Hey Big Brother, what's up? My name is Jessica McKinney. I hope you remember me from the Dallas Open Call. I was number 125, and I know you saw me, so let's get started with this. My day-to-day life is being a podcaster, and I would not be a podcaster if it was not for auditioning for this darn gone tuition. No, this doesn't feel authentic. Audio's kind of, I have to talk a little bit louder. Mic all the way up. Echo. Brother, what's up? I hope you remember me from the Dallas Open Call. My name is Jessica McKinney, and I was number 125 on April 6th last year, and it was so much fun. But we can get off of that choo-choo train because I was a hot mess express, and let's hop onto my new choo-choo train of poop being a podcaster. I'm so excited to be bringing awareness to mental health everywhere around the country, because wherever I can go, because I travel. And the next place I want to travel to is into that Big Brother house, because this would mean more to me than just playing the game and winning money. It would be the place where I can finally make a change that I've always known I could do. I just need a place to do it. And Big Brother would actually be that place to do it, because I'm already doing it on my own. So I don't need Big Brother, but I just want Big Brother, because I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for Big Brother. Gosh darn tootin'. You can have my phone, there's receipts on the pudding, and talk to my family and friends, because they'll tell you it's true. Anyways, I wrote you guys a letter. And the only reason why I wrote a letter is because I suffer with being ADHD. So when I have to say something that means a lot to me, I can't say it right the first time. And there's an Easter egg in here about what I'm doing on my podcast, so stay tuned. Let me clear my throat. Anyways. Dear Big Brother, if I'm being honest, I never thought I'd be the kind of person to sit here and write this. Not because I didn't, there's a choo-choo train going on right now. Not because I didn't dream big, but because life had a way of making me feel small. The last few years of my life haven't been easy. They've been messy, painful, confusing, and at times overwhelming. I faced parts of myself I didn't understand, moments that tested my sanity, my strength, and my will to keep going. There were days I didn't recognize myself. Days I felt like I was losing control of my own story, but somewhere in all of the chaos, I found my own voice. I've created something called Dear Jessica, Dear Big Brother. A space where I could finally say the things I used to hide. A space where pain turned into purpose, and where healing started to sound like honesty. And now, I don't just speak for myself anymore. I speak for those who feel unheard, the ones who are struggling silently, the ones who are still trying to find their way back to themselves. Being on Big Brother wouldn't just be a game for me. It would be a full circle moment. A chance to prove that you can go through the darkest parts and come out. What am I doing? I can edit it. Because I really liked it. I just didn't need to be rambly at the end. But yeah, I didn't need to be rambly at the end. I can edit it. Because that was rambly. I already said why I want to be on Big Brother. It wouldn't be a full circle moment. I don't have to say that. Okay. Just try. Hey Big Brother, what's up? I hope you remember me. My name is Jessica McKinney, and I was the number 125 at Big Brother Dallas Open Call, and 25 is my lucky number, so I held on to this. But let's hop aboard my other choo-choo train and discuss what I'm up to in my life now. Over the last 365 days, I have become a mental health advocate and a mental health podcaster. I travel all over the place, wherever I can go and interview people or set up a pop-up podcast and do what I'm doing now. Talk to the camera about my life and hope someone wants to come up and chat with me too. We can talk all about my stations that I have there another time, because that'll take me 5 minutes itself, and I know I only got 2 or 3 minutes. So let's get started. I wrote you guys a letter because I am ADHD. So I have autism and ADHD mashed into one together. So when I have something extremely important I need to say, I don't always not always able to say it from the head, off the cusp, like you guys want. But I know what I want to say. So I wrote you guys a letter, but it's important that I wrote the letter because there's something I'm doing in my podcast and it's Easter egg in here, so if you listen and pay very close attention, it'll make sense in about 30 seconds. Dear Big Brother, if I'm being honest, I never thought I'd be the kind of person to sit here and write this. Not because I didn't dream big, but because life had a way of making me feel small. The last few years of my life haven't been easy. They've been messy, painful, confusing, and at times overwhelming. I faced parts of myself I didn't understand. Moments that tested my sanity, my strength, and my will to keep going. There were days I didn't recognize myself. Days I felt like I was losing control of my own story. But somewhere in all of the chaos, I found my voice. I created something called Dear Jessica. A space where I could finally say the things I used to hide. A space where pain turned into purpose, and where healing started to sound like honesty. And now, I don't just speak for myself anymore. I speak for the people who feel unheard, the ones who are struggling silently, the ones who are still trying to find their way back to themselves. Being on Big Brother wouldn't just be a game for me, it would be a full circle moment. A chance to prove that you can go through the darkest parts of your life and still come out strong, self-aware, and unapologetically yourself. I am not perfect. I'm emotional, and I feel things deeply, but I'm also resilient, and I'm self-aware. And I've learned how to turn pain into power. So in that house, I won't just be another player. I'll be the girl who listens, the girl who understands, the girl who forms real connections, but also knows when to protect herself. Because I've had to do that in real life, my whole life. And yeah, I might cry in the diary room, but don't get it twisted, I'm not weak. I'm someone who's been through enough to know exactly who she is right now. So dear Big Brother, if you're looking for someone real, someone layered, someone who's lived, learned, and is finally letting go, I'm right here. Love, Jessica. So yeah, that's just a little taste of my day-to-day life, and I hope that that is enough to finally get that call back, because I worked so hard, and at this point I know I'm a pest, but I just know that each video I do, it just keeps getting better, and I just keep showing you more and more of myself. And I don't want to give up on this dream, because next year I'm trying for babies, so this year feels like the right year for me. If I end up getting pregnant next year, then I will be auditioning, and that's not just because of, hey, call me this year or else. It's just the reality. I'll be 37 this year, and I've been suffering with miscarriages since 2021. So next year is the year that I finally want to try to have a baby again. And I'm getting old. So this clock is ticking, and I hope that your clock is ticking on calling me too. And I hope that you'll give me a call. But for now, I wish you guys so much love, all the peace, all the buttercups, and a beautiful day. Bye. Okay, let's